Welcome to another edition of The Story Behind the Car. I'm with Richard Udell, and this is his 1963 Plymouth Super Stock. And Richard has an amazing story. So, Richard, can you give us more information on the story behind this car?
Yes, I can. This particular photo was taken in Syracuse, New York. This was the Super Nationals in Syracuse Nationals, and the car was invited as a feature car. This is the trunk with this huge battery that NHRA required, and it was sulfuric acid, and they vented it down through the chassis. This is several of the memorabilia with it. This is the engine compartment, 426 Max Wedge. They only built 18 of these particular run, and that's the engine as it looks today. It was dual fours. This is again the battery. It is just a monster, and it was built that big to provide weight transfer to the rear of the car on the drag strip. These cars were made strictly for drag, not for driving. This is one of the events that we were at where it won Best of Show. This one was actually at Don Garlett's museum outside of Ocala, Florida. This is yet another get-together that was a huge all-breed show that the car, again, won Best Original. This is at, I believe, the McCacken show in Chicago, where it won there. This was for a photograph shoot. It was taken in the Villages, Florida, and it was picked at a unique spot, and it just gives a very, very nice view of the car, my wife, and myself.
And how long have you owned the car, Richard?
I've owned it since 2017.
Okay.
And this is, again, another close-up of that same photograph. This is at Cobble Beach, which is the only Concours d'Elegance that Canada has. And this car, it's an invitation only. It was invited and it was specially awarded. There's the judges, and this is a typical Concours d'Elegance with the tassel shoes, the blue blazers, and the tan pants, and they go over that car. There's yet another judge in the back. And it is a very, very technical. This car was just outstanding. It was a showstopper there. This again is at Cobble Beach, and this was a particular honor for this car because this is the best of the best, and Canada generally does not favor American cars, but this car was very duly favored, and it was very, very well received. This is comparable to Pebble Beach in California insofar as the Canadians, and it's the only Concours d'Elegance. Again, another photo of that. The judges, they look every detail, white glove type inspection, and it was a great honor to have the car there.
And one of your hopes is to find the next caretaker of this vehicle. You're looking at selling it and moving it on to the next caretaker, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm 80 years old, and I've come to the end of my run with these cars. This is the awards that was bestowed upon the car, and the new owner of the car will have a whole small museum equipped just from everything this car has won. This is from the McCacken show. This car scored 997 points out of 1,000, and it was awarded by South Oaks Dodge the pick of the show, which is a great honor. There is the owner of South Oaks Dodge. They were one of the major sponsors of these cars when they raced, and it was a tremendous honor to have that bestowed upon us.
Yes.
There's another photograph, again, of the owner of South Oaks Dodge. And I would also like to say, if anybody is interested in the car, my telephone number is 406-250-2060. This is the unique part of the car, the real deal. This is the only car in the world that is the Holy Grail 1963 Super Stock car. They built 18 of them, and this is the only one that is not been molested and not been modified. This is the placard that we use and display with the car to give people a little more information about the car. But it is a one in the world. This is a newspaper, or I'm sorry, this is a magazine article that was done on the car, all professional photography, and the car has been in numerous podcasts. This is just the one that I find so interesting is the one that says that this car is not intended for street use. It is for competition only. And these 18 cars that they made, there's the notice again. It's for speed acceleration testing, and that's in the glove box. That original tag is in the glove box to this day. It was sold as is, no warranty. This was at the McCacken show where it scored 997 points. And this is the judges, again, going over the car. And it is amazing the talent that the judges have. And they know the cars by nuts and bolts. There's no fooling them. If anything's been modified, they point it out right there. And as I said before, this is the only one in the world that is unmodified and unmolested. And again, there's another photograph of the judges in the engine compartment. And I mean, they know down to nuts and bolts and how everything should be. Most of these cars, you'll see 15-inch wheels. They did not come that way. This is the actual owner of the show, the McCacken Show, Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, which is the primary show in the world. People come from as far away as South Africa to see the cars in this show. This is the underside of the car. This is the gas tank. Gives you an idea of the character and type of shape that the car is in. This is looking from the rear, and it just a semblance. This is, again, from the rear end, showing the springs, axle, and so on and so forth. And this is the shape and condition that the car is in. It is absolutely impeccable. This is a shot from underneath showing the front suspension. And again, you see the quality and what the condition of the car is. There is not another one. This is the VIN tag. Unfortunately, the car was repainted and they painted over the VIN tag. But the way to tell these original cars, in the door jamb, there is also a VIN tag that is not screwed, but it is welded in. This is Don Garlitz. He asked me if he could see the car, sit in the car, and he decided that he wanted to autograph the car for me. And there's Big Daddy's autograph. He sat in the car and he tilted his head back, and you could just see the memories going through his head from his days of drag racing. And this is a great honor. This is the interior of the car. The interior is all original. And it is in incredible shape. Like I say, it was in one family for 40 years, and then it was in a museum from 2006 to 2017. There's Don Garlitz signing the radiator support, autographing it. And again, he did this on his own. I did not ask him to do it. He asked me to bring the car out. This, again, is the radiator support that he autographed. And it just gives the car, like I say, one in the world, one more. It is the Holy Grail car of these. This is the beginnings. This is basically the beginnings of the muscle car era. And this is, again, a collage of those photographs that we just went through. This is another publication that was done on the car, and what makes it so unique is, like I said, the real deal. There are so many of these cars that are cloned, and so many of these cars. This was a podcast that was done at the Carlisle Chrysler Nationals, where the car was invited as a feature car. And it was done by another podcaster, but and it's still, very viable on the net. And it was a great introduction to the car. This was a little bit earlier in its career, and it was at the Chryslers of Carlisle. This again we have talked about. This was an article that was done on the car. It shows it at the Syracuse Nationals, and again it shows it at another venue. This is an article that was written on the Super Stock cars that talks a little bit about the car, about us. It is, like I say, every place that this car goes, it stops the show. It is, and it has won every major award and every major Chrysler award in the United States and Canada. It won the the Mopar Nationals. This was the very first car that I owned at 17 years of age, and it was the same car, except obviously I could not afford the big engine. It was a 383 4-speed when Chrysler first inked the deal with Hearst, and it was just an amazing circle. In 60 years, I went from a teenager to the full circle of owning what I couldn't afford when I was 18 years of age.
Wonderful. And so, Richard, your hope is that someone watching this either is interested or someone knows someone that is interested and that would contact you. And I'll leave your contact information as well. But they would contact you and with the hopes that you could work a deal with them and they might be the next caretaker, correct?
Yes, I've been the steward of this car. And as I said before, the history goes like this. It was in one Chrysler Plymouth dealer owned it for 40 years. He sold it at the Barrett-Jackson. In 2005 or 2006, it brought $247,500 plus the commissions. And then it went into this collector's museum from 2006 to 2017. And he traded this car and two others and a gigantic amount of money for Carroll Shelby's personal AC Cobra. And I retrieved the car. I had followed the car for maybe as many as 10 or 12 years. And the situation arose to where I could get my hands on it. I am not looking to profit from the car. I am much more interested in finding a steward that has a love for this car and the desire to preserve the very finest and possibly one of the, I think, the only remaining muscle cars. This is what started the muscle car era. So I'm not looking to profit from this car. This car has brought me the ultimate degree of enjoyment. My wife and I, the car has been all over the United States and Canada. It also won the Canadian Nationals in 2024, as well as the U.S. Nationals that same year. And the Canadians, as I said before, they do not like to give the best of the best to American cars. They have a lot of fine Mopars in Canada, and this was a hands down, and we were so honored to have that award bestowed upon us. Now, along with the car, there is everything that you can imagine. I have the original license plate that the car was tagged with when it was put on the street, first registered. I have the original service manual for this car. It's about 8 inches thick, the original parts manual for this car. I have the original key fob with it, and it has a Pinta for the Plymouth Pinta, and it is the original key fob that came with the car from the factory. I have an immense, unbelievable, I have the punch card that the car was built with. The Chrysler Historical Society has discarded those, but it's on microfilm, and they sent me a copy of the punch card for the car. Like I said, I have all of the memorabilia from the McCacken, the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, the Carlisle show, the Best of Show from Canada. I have even down to they used to do a presentation manual for these cars, and it had every option and everything. I have the actual one that this car was ordered from. And it is just an amazing history of this 426 Super Stock car. And like I said, there was only 18 of them manufactured. This was number 18 of 18. And it is, to anybody that knows classic cars, this is the Holy Grail. And I have been so honored to be the caretaker for it. And I would like to pass this on to somebody else. At 80 years old, the warranty is up on me, and I would like someone else to be able to take the car and preserve it, because it is truly a part of history.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for telling us the story behind your car. And again, I'll list your information should someone want to contact you. And I'm assuming they can also see the vehicle in person in Florida?
Yes. I live in the Villages, Florida. And yes, they can. Or the other thing that they can do, they can, if they don't want to make the trek out here, it's a very easy trek, because you come into Orlando, Florida, and we're just a short distance. We're less than an hour away from Orlando. But if they have anybody that they would like to fly in to look at it, absolutely. The car speaks for itself. I don't really have to say anything once you lay eyes on the car. The car says it all. And that's what we collect these things for. And the thing that makes it so unique is there are so many clones, and but this is, as we started at the very beginning, this is the real deal.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so very much, Richard, and thank you for sharing the story behind your car.
You're entirely welcome, and I appreciate the opportunity to share it with your viewers.
Thank you, sir.